So let's talk about our a lot of questions, probably 5 questions on our process for coming up with product. Um, just like how do you here? Let me get down to the questions. Can you talk about the process of coming up with new template designs? That's what's from Tina Christensen. Jill asked the same thing. Lori asked the same thing. Kathy asked the same thing.
They're all curious.
They're all curious. So I will read this one thing and then we'll kind of kick it off. And it's in one of our core values. And our goal when it comes to product, we've really tried to refine that as far as our product experience it goes. And this is what it says. We care about affordability, quality, and simplicity. We serve by providing affordable, high-quality ideas, products, methods, and processes that simplify creativity. We are in tune with the needs of the majority of those we seek to inspire, but we understand that we can't make everybody happy. In order to help as many people as we can in their creative journey, we share why we create the products that we do, why we make the decisions we make, and how we feel it will help them. We know those we serve because we are like them. We understand the value of creativity. We use our own products, apply our own processes, and implement our own ideas into our personal lives so that we can learn and level up our offerings, but also because we love what we do. Our mission is to create things that are cute, simple, useful, and meaningful to those who use them. And we define these 4 important qualities in the following ways. Yes, we had an argument on what defines cute, so we had to define it.
Mainly because David didn't quite understand what
he did it. Okay, I'm off cute here, but he was like,
this is what it means.
He's like, cute is often refined to like little infants. And I was like, nah, Google cute.
It's like, tried to give us examples, and I'm like, that's cute. Like, he pulled things up online. What word would you use to describe that? Cute.
It was great, guys. It's one of those things I'd be there. He would pull up another one and I'd be like, he's like, what word for this? Cute. Like,
that's it.
Anyways, cute, attractive and pretty or enduring way, appealing, simple, uncomplicated in form, nature, or design, easily understood or done, presenting no difficulty, useful, able to be used for a practical purpose or in several ways. So it's diversity, multi-purpose use is why we try to really think about our Kiwi Club so intensely, is because we want whatever those kits get, because we understand those of you guys receiving it are different various memories, backgrounds, diversity, so we tried to make sure we have diversity in those title cards, everything double-sided, what goes on what side of the background and what goes on the other side. And meaningful, having a serious, important, or useful quality of purpose, sincere expression, relevant, and significant. So those are kind of our check marks that we do this. So the first step is we have a deadline. We meet together as a committee. Currently, the committee is myself, Shiloh, and Mindy, who oversees our product experience department. She kind of keeps us on point, making sure that we hit every single deadline when it comes to product creation, because even a day or 2 off of manufacturing can put a whole PO weeks behind. So it's great. So tune in anytime, Shy. So we go through that. We gather ideas. We have a bucket full of ideas. We have a list of people's suggestions. So the first steps are we gather what we want.
It's so bad. I'm just saying.
I really want this, guys. Can we do something like this?
Sometimes things get bigger than they should be. Or like, let's just throw it in. Because I really want it.
I really want it. We do have a list of suggestions, so don't hold back. Like, we're working on a way for it to be streamlined as far as like a submission form or different things. But like when people are posting on social media, our social media coordinator, Jen, is constantly copying and pasting those and putting them into a document for us. So we evaluate the documents. We try to make sure that, again, as we choose what designs, we'll sometimes pick a theme. Like we'll say what we want.
Say sometimes it is a theme, or if it's like a catalog release, we're like, let's try to hit these types of sets. And then we brainstorm ideas. Or if it's a Kiwi Club, then we look at the paper designs and think, and the themes and try to get some ideas rolling, brainstorming that process of what would work well with it.
And then we take every design through the ringer. Like, in other words, we oftentimes will look, this is the funnest part. Well, all of it's fun when it comes to this part. But we'll take suggestions, we'll kind of drill it down. We'll say, okay, what ones are actually not too gimmicky or not too like specific. Just
Right.
because we have learned through, like, especially if it's going into a catalog, those just don't
The
sell well.
specific ones are hard.
Yeah, they're harder to
Or
sell.
if there
Doesn't
is,
mean
like,
we
a
don't do it.
specific
It's just
input.
we. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, or if it is a specific item, you know, say like this last month we threw the boot in.
Yeah.
You know, you try to put a few other things that can like
Expand it.
right, so people aren't like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah,
You
like
know?
I use my boot with flowers coming out
Hopefully
for
there's
a
something
page
for
with,
everyone.
yeah, with page with my girls, like, you know, and I was like, that's cute.
Right.
That's cute. See, we use the reason why we laugh about the word cute, because literally if you're in a meeting, but it's like we had a buzzer every time somebody said the word cute.
Even
We have no other adjectives, guys. We were just like, that's cute. That's cute.
It's
Let's do
cute.
that. That's cute. Unless it's
I think
ugly.
that's how we
Then we
close
say
our
that's
meetings.
ugly.
That's good.
Yeah, that's cute. But the important thing is that even whether that's our designer templates or our Kiwi Club, like we really try to come at it from different angles. Like, okay, well, what else can we use this for? Which is crazy because sometimes, like, I'm trying to think of like a set, well, like the little creatures. We thought, oh, you can make these 5 different woodland creatures. Wait, am I getting? You can make these 5 different designs. And then like I threw the challenge out to creative partners and they came with like 3 more that we were like, we didn't think of those. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. It's always fun to see all the different ideas. Like even somebody posted the baseball cap the other day and I was like, that's super cute, really thoughtful.
Yeah. So it's always fun to see, like, we try to think outside of the box as far as versatility, like not just like looking at a design for what the design is, but like how many other ways could you use that design or layer the designs? Because of course we love layering. But then it's always fun to see how people come up with ones that were like, after 10 years.
Right. Why didn't I think of that?
Like, I didn't even think of that. And that is the beauty of creativity. It just amazes me. When you really open yourself up to it, we are seriously all creative. So,
yeah.
Then after that, it goes to production. It goes to, it gets into a digital format. And then it goes to prepping for sizes and cutting. We critique our cuttings. If we feel, I personally, I'm really picky on that. I'm always like, I pay attention to my, I know, again, it's so silly, but it's not silly. Internal, like, what are my emotions? What are my feelings when if I feel even a tense of little like, ugh, then I'm like, guys, it's a little.
Right. Or if you're checking a template, you know, we're cutting it and there's like one little corner where I'm like, oh, I didn't really like cutting that part. Then we'll like smooth it over. You know, it's like we'll do lots of adjustments on sizes and things to make it easiest to cut. And sometimes if it's hard to cut, you throw it out and find something better. Like, you know, it's just.
I think the one thing is like, again, like we love, you absolutely, I think some people are like, ballets or dance. Like, again, I think the thing is too, is just to realize the Play to Create system, the strongest source that you have for setting a mood or theme or anything is the paper.
Oh yeah.
The paper is what's going to change it. The designer templates are what framing your page, but the paper is what's really setting that tone and that mood. I remember one person was like, I really need Disney paper. And I was like, well, you really just need some
colors that match your
red,
page.
yellows, and some blacks.
Right. You just need the right colors. You know, it could be a cute floral in those colors and you're good to go.
Yeah. So you can kind of set that mood too. But no, so we take all of that into consideration. And we do have, like, I think somebody said, like, can we see your bucket of ideas? And I was like, well, it is always heart-wrenching. It is like this bitter thing, for whatever it's worth, when we have to itemize and say no to some for the time being.
Oh,
forever.
And you put it in a Ziploc and you're like, this will come later.
Yeah, you put it up in the creative bar and you're just like, okay, one day. So
there was a thing that's been held for a future something that I was really excited for. So that will be fun when that comes out at some point.
I remember with the hexagons, we were holding on to that for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So just waiting for the perfect one that we were like, okay, this is the one. Let's do it.
And I love them. I use them all the time.
I always wonder how you guys keep up coming with ideas. You know, ideas are, it really is, the more you can tap into, I've learned so much about creativity, just in the sense of researching and understanding it just a little bit for myself and experiencing it. But you know, it's the process. It's sometimes we hit blank walls, but if anything, I've learned that if you give it another day or two, the ideas will come.
Right. Or if you brainstorm in our group, like one person's idea might spark the other person an idea that takes it further. And so sometimes one person's idea snowballs between the group to create the final product. And so a lot of times, you know, there's strength in just having the group. Which
with the Kiwi Club, for whatever it's worth, when we announced the Kiwi Club 2 years ago in 2018, a little over 2 years now, I guess. But that's every month production. So we it keeps us going, and they're very tight turnarounds. Like, so we are constantly on the wheels on those. And so it's good stuff. But Kiwi Clubs are fun because we are actually able to pull on some of the ideas that we've been holding on to. It's where we can get a little bit more personal ideas too, we feel like, because again, you can throw a cute little specific piece in sometimes because it goes with the paper, and it's super fun place to get to have those. Yeah. So there's a little pitch again for the Kiwi Club, guys. If you don't have it. It's amazing. It just genuinely is. It is. I love using it every single month. I love it. I love it. Okay. So that kind of gives you an insight into the creative process. Yes, a lot of people are saying, you know, suggestions. We are so active. Well, it's just another passion of ours is to be where you guys are too in our community. I know, well, I try to oversee that personally in that level. So I try to make sure, again, to be a pulse on all of that. So if you guys comment, we're seeing it, we're listening, we're hearing. We might just adjust it a little bit just because of what we've learned through business as far as, okay, that's, we say we want that, but it's not going to sell that great and we can't get stuck with it. So, but yeah, just different things like that. We absolutely love that part. I love that part. Yeah. I sit in a lot of meetings. I sit in marketing, I sit in finance, I sit in all these, but when we have our product meetings and we get together, I'm like, these are the fun ones. Let's do this one. The creative outlet part. Okay. Now, where do you get inspiration? We talked about that. How do you come up with the themes? We talked about that. Where do you get your ideas for templates? We talked about that. How do you come up with such creative new patterns each month? Deborah Meganson asked. Kind of the same concept. Paper? Is that what? Patterns, designs, yeah. There's a million different ideas rolling around. Yeah. That's never going to be a problem. We have 4 different designers. 5 designers. We have 5 designers. So Shiloh's a designer. Her daughter, Clara, is a designer, by the way. So she's amazing. What's the last one she did? I'm trying to not talk about things that I'm like, which one? Next month, September. I know I looked down and I saw next Kiwi Club and I was like, oh, she did that one. She did the nautical one. Oh, she did the nautical one. That's right. That was her last in the nautical. And then Stephanie, who's actually one of my nieces too, she does the papers. Her last one was the sunflower. You're the worst. Your little hint for next month's Kiwi Club, guys. Like, you let the cat out of the bag every other minute. Sorry, everyone who wants to be, yeah. Like, what month are we at, guys? I thought we were like trying to take a minute to think. Oh, it's a cute one. You guys have one else because of our idea books for the monthly things. I know, because when by the time we're done, I'm like, dude, it's a month ago. I don't know where we're at. Which one are we on? And then of course Shiloh is a designer. I'm trying to think the last one you designed.
can't even remember where we're at in this this year. I know that the one that I'm really excited about, the sampler run, sitting on my desk right
not
now.
done yet.
Really, really cute. One of my best. Oh, I think my last one was June. I did the guy one.
Oh yeah. The guy went the cliffhanger and that was
yeah, with cliffhanger in it. That was.
Yeah. Who did the Southwest one?
That was me too.
That was you. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I'm trying to remember where we're at and what's released. So yeah, Trailblazer was mine too.
And then occasionally I get thrown in the mix as well, and then we have all of us kind of wrapped up in it. Like my last one was the puzzle one.
That one was the fun one.
That was the last one I did. Yeah, on this radar. I actually have one that's due like Monday, and Mindy keeps emailing me, Susan. I'm like, I know. I've just been really busy.
It's hard to slide it in. Yep.